Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today, I want to show you how to turn this into this. Stay tuned. In a previous video that I made a couple of years ago called Best Bushcraft Tools, I showed this draw knife. This is an absolutely fantastic design. Dates, I think, somewhere in the 1950s, but it opens like this. You can open it up even further for a straight draw knife, and it locks in position. It's got these screws, they're adjustable here, and you pull it in and fold it down, and it's got grooves cut into it here, so it basically forms a sheath over top of it. So this makes it really great for throwing in your backpack. It's very small and compact, and I highly recommend this. They're kind of expensive, but I think I found this one for about $20 US. So at any rate, you don't always have this with you. I don't always have this with me. It depends on what I'm planning on doing. But sometimes when I'm out bushcrafting, I need a draw knife, and of course that's what this is. And so if I don't bring this, because it is kind of heavy, and I just have my knife, how do I make an effective draw knife out of this? Now there's a couple of different techniques that I can show you, but there's one that I came up with that I think that you'll really like, so stay tuned. Of course, many of you are familiar with the idea of using the knife itself as a draw knife. So you basically just hold it really carefully by the back like this, making sure you don't touch the edge, and then you would go ahead and very carefully hold it and pull it. Okay, so that's a good technique. Now I would highly recommend when you do this, if you're going to just use your hand, that you put on a leather glove, and that'll give you a little bit better grip and also make it a little easier for you to use the draw knife technique. It works okay, but it's a little harder to control. So a technique that a lot of people are familiar with, you just take a little piece of wood here, and this is just a little green piece, but you could use a piece of hardwood that wasn't green if you wish. But what you can do is you can just put your knife like this into the wood, about halfway or so. Then you very carefully baton it into the piece of wood like that. Alright, and that works okay. Of course, once we get it into the wood, we hold it with the hand, grab the handle like this, and then we can easily start shaving. Now you want to shave the bark off, because obviously the bark will hold moisture in. It's a good place for bugs to rest and to burrow in, so it makes it last a lot longer. So this is a pole that I intend on using for a long time, and so I need to debark it. And you can see this method works pretty good. And it's not a bad way to take the bark off. So both of those techniques work pretty good. But I have a much better solution that's safer and much more securely fastened. Now, a lot of you know that in some of my previous videos, and I can put a link to it up here, but I have a video called Survival Hose Clamps. And I am a huge fan of just these simple hose clamps. And of course we try to get the ones that have the cutouts all the way around. Some of them just have just a piece of metal, and then the little area where the screw goes in starts somewhere close. So I like to find them that have as many of these cuts as possible, preferably all the way around. But in that video I show you a whole bunch of different things you can do with hose clamps. They're light, they're easy, they're super durable, and save you a lot of time. But in this, I'm going to show you how we're going to make a much better draw knife using this stick and a couple of hose clamps. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little short stick here, and we're going to baton it in half. So just kind of figure out basically where we want it. Try to get it as close to center as possible, and then just simply split it. So we've got our hose clamps here, and our wood, our knife, multi-tool, and we're going to get out the screwdriver, the flathead screwdriver. Alright, once we have the flathead screwdriver out, And what we're going to do is we're going to put these on here. We're going to slide the first one. Go ahead and slide it on like this. Get that on there good. And then we're going to take our knife blade and we're going to put it like this. And we take the next hose clamp and we slide it on this end. Alright. Got that on there. Now, very carefully, of course, making sure we don't touch the knife blade. We're going to tighten this down. Alright, there we have it. Got them tightened down nice. And this is what it looks like. Now that we have this put together, and of course this will pinch it really effectively. Gives a good grip for either hand. We come over to our stick. And now we have a super effective draw knife. Easy to control. It's safe. You don't have to worry about your hand. This is going to pinch it really tight. And you can see it, it's not going to fall out. It's very secure. And just an absolutely excellent solution for your bushcrafting, to shave off the bark and make sure that your poles and your projects last a long time, even when it comes to bumps and places where there were the branches sticking out. It's not a problem. Alright, give it a try. Make sure and pack some hose clamps in your survival kit. I think you'll be glad you did. It can do a whole lot of things. And like I said, make sure and check out my other video on the survival hose clamps. Give you a few more ideas what you can do using these great and simple little fasteners. One more look at it and see how it functions. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure and check out the links in the description box below. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.